What's going on, everybody? This is Dave from This Is Punk Promotions. I'm here with Zach from Senior Living from Albany, New York. How's it going, Zach?
Good. It's going good.
Let's jump right into it. When and how did you guys form?
The band, well, when it's hard to put a year on it. I think it was like sometime back in 2016. I met our drummer Jeremy after prom. This one time we ended up like going to like prom with like different people and we like met and I found out he played drums and yeah, we just like started hanging out. I have like a barn in my backyard, and that's like where we would practice and jam out to like Weezer songs and like Nirvana, like all the bands you listened to back in high school. And yeah, no, yeah. So sometime back in 2016, and I mean we were friends first and started making music after that. I'd say like making music seriously after that. So yeah, that bond is definitely like what helps.
That's awesome, man. You guys released two new songs in January, Pretty New and Justified Revenge. How's the
Yep.
response been?
It's been pretty good. These were our first few releases out on Paintbox Records, which is the new label that we're working with. And yeah, no, we were excited to get those two songs out there. Those were both two songs that I wrote over quarantine, over the summer. So I was just like eager to get those out to people, and I'm glad we finally got a chance to get them out.
That's awesome, man. So who'd you record it with, and how was the process?
We record almost everything, at least up to this point. We record everything in our basement, or at least in Jeremy's parents' basement, I guess. Um, but yeah, so we just got together one day and just got like everything done. Because Jeremy, like our drummer, he lives about like 5 hours away from Albany. So like it's a rare opportunity that like we end up on the same place at the same time. So I ended up being back home for I think it was Thanksgiving break or sometime around there. And yeah, we just like busted out both songs in one day. And yeah.
That's awesome. So you're from Albany. How's the scene there? Do you have a favorite local band, a favorite venue?
Um the music scene in Albany is kind of interesting. I feel like it used to be a lot more active and then it kind of like cooled down, but things were like starting to come back in the past year or two. But yeah, we're starting to get some more house venues popping up, which is like what we like to see. But in terms of like bars and like just like staple like venues in Albany, like the Low Beat, which is like a really reputable venue. I'm pretty sure they closed down after the pandemic, which is sad to hear. Because we played some of our first shows there, but but yeah, that was like personally one of my favorite venues. But outside of like bars, I think favorite house venue our friends in Scotchka, which are another great band from Albany. They started up a house venue called Makeout Reef, like referencing that one SpongeBob episode. Uh, and they only had the chance to get like a handful of shows together before the pandemic set in. But I played my 21st birthday show there, and it was also like our homecoming show after like a winter tour that we got back from. So yeah, that was fun. Shouts out
That's
Scotch.
that's sick, man.
Yeah.
So who are your biggest influences?
Um, for me, for, again, like hard question because it's a hard thing because when you listen to music, you don't really think of it in that way. You know what I mean? But I know personally, like um, big fans of this band Gleamer from Colorado. They're really just like great at crafting like a really good like dream pop, like mix between dream pop and emo. It kind of
Glimmer is
reminds me,
sick.
yeah, yeah. It kind of reminds me of like what Turnover were doing on Peripheral Vision, but kind of like more DIY than that, if that makes any sense.
Yep.
But no, I love Gleamer. They're like we've gotten the chance to work with Corey from that band before, like sending back with tracks for mixing and mastering a few years ago. But yeah, no, they're great guys. I know Jeremy, our drummer, he's big into title fight and balancing composure and bands like that. Nothing is another band that like the two of us bonded over originally.
Have you listened to Nothing's new album?
I have, yeah. No, I was a big fan of it.
So
Big,
good.
yeah. I thought that was like some of their like best songwriting.
Title
Like,
Fight's great. Balance and Composure is great.
yeah, the great scene bands like Citizen 2, like I mentioned Turnover earlier. Yeah, all those
Turnover is
scenes.
sick too. I'm asking you some non-music questions now. It's a good way to get to know you.
Yeah,
I did this with the other bands. So are you ready?
yeah.
All right, first one. Do pineapples belong in pizza?
Okay, so I think they do. I think they do. I like pineapple pizza. I do. That might be a tad bit controversial in 2021. I like pineapples on my pizza.
That is the right answer.
Yeah, yeah, you know, like I feel like more people are into it than they'd like to admit. I was on Facebook and I saw something that was like, you only hate pineapple pizza because social media tells you to. I was like, yeah,
True. This is
like
very
the real
true.
ones, the real ones know what's up. So yeah, definitely.
Coffee or tea?
I'm a big coffee guy. Love the bean juice.
Do
The
you
bean juice.
uh do you put stuff in it or do you drink it black?
I'm a big fan of oat milk. I'm vegan, so like,
Okay,
yeah, I'm a big fan of oat milk.
very cool. If you were stranded on an island, what three items would you want to have with you?
3 items. I'm feeling like a guitar, a hammock, and like fat sack of weed or something like that. Just siphon all day on the island watching the sunset. That sounds pretty prime to me. That's pretty prime to me.
Would you rather have super strength or speed?
Um, Speed. I'd rather be like agile. You know what I mean? I feel like that would help on stage too, with like jumping around on stage and everything like that. I feel like that would help. So definitely speed.
All right. Last one. If you had $1 million, what would be the first thing that you bought?
I'd honestly probably, if I had $1 million, I'd probably put all of that like into the band, like just in like getting better equipment. Like I'd get like a touring van for when touring like starts back up. I put it like all back into the band and like just like use that as like a big like step, like you know what I mean? Yeah,
That's
that'd be
awesome.
$1 million. That'd be great.
Well, I appreciate you coming on and chatting it up a little bit, man.
Yeah,
I really appreciate you supporting me and This Is Punk Promotions.
yeah. No, it's great. I love like what you're doing, interviewing people, and like because that's what I'm interested in doing too. Like in the future, I'm a I'm like a communications major at Cortland right now, and one of the things I want to do is like work in the industry, like interviewing people and writing news stories. And like I write for this website, New York City Music, and I do a few interviews, few album reviews. So like I definitely like admire like what you're doing in the scene. It's like it's needed, I
That's
think.
sick, man.
So
We'll talk soon. I hope you have a great night.
yeah, of course. Yeah, take care. It's cool
Peace.
meeting you. Take care.